Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Thursday, September 11th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever does not fit, just leave it on the table for someone else. You don't need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use Rare Rebel from the Rare Rebel shop. I felt like I was lisping there for a second. We got 2 on the table. Oh, 3 on the table. There was 1 hidden in there. Five on the table. 6 on the table. Oh, I like this. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. Whose energy is this? All right, 1 more shuffle. We only had 6 cards in the tarot reading. Okay, I was doing the last video and I started it and I said I was going to say something and then I forgot to say something. I do not like the way I look in the camera anymore. Like, what is this? What is this? Like, am I only losing weight in my neck and my arms? Like, is it? What is this? I'm going to be Skeletor soon. Like, I'm still going to have a belly, but I'm going to be like, I don't get it. Why can't God just even us out naturally? Like, I don't have to be skinny mini. Like, not at all. That is not at all my goal. Because I like having curves. Bottom of the deck. Divine feminine energy. Wealth and abundance. Protection. Ooh. Top of the deck. Slow down. Spiritual upgrade. Self-love. We all go through little periods where we feel like tired or we feel a little bit, not down, but like down in energy. It's probably because you're going through some type of upgrade. Like you're going through something spiritually, whether you really know it or not. We got stay grounded. So if you feel like that, just make sure you show yourself some extra love. We got new direction. We got strength. Happiness. I like that. We got solitude. Crossroads. And then bottom of the deck, red light. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. Somebody's standing on 2 feet. Somebody's standing on 2 feet. Somebody with the strength card is not at all afraid to go in a new direction. Someone might be at some type of crossroads, like needing to make a decision. I feel like whoever this is, this tends to be a pretty stable, reliable, happy soul. Okay. Like this is someone that's relatively with it, in tune with themselves. Someone that doesn't mind being on their own, someone that likes peace and quiet. Like I said, they might be having to make a choice. And I think the red light card is just reiteration for the fact that use your intuition. Always use your intuition. Talk to God if you believe, right? Talk to God and have a conversation. Be like, where am I going? What am I doing here? I think this is really just meant to be like a yield. Check in with yourself, see what you want to do, see where you're going, see where you want to go, right? Because every decision you make is yours to make. And this is just an example. Let's say you go on a dating site and you have two people like you. So you go out on a date with each of them. Then you go out on another date with each of them. And it gets to the point where you like both of them, they like you, and you can't make up your mind. You got to take a step back and you got to think about it. Like, which person do I see myself with long term? Which one do I hit all the marks with? Which one? And it's not to say that anybody's a horrible person or anything, but everybody's at different levels spiritually, healing wise, emotionally, right? Physically, mentally, sexually. Everybody's at a different spot in their life. Which person would most complement you? And it's just kind of taking a step back and looking at those options. It's not nice to call them options. Like, I don't want to be an option, but at the same time, it is what it is. If you're dating two people at once, at some point you're going to have to make a decision. And no, I'm not dating two people at once. I'm just throwing that out there as an example. I'm not as spry as I used to be. I two people at once is a little much for me, I think. I mean, I could attempt it. I don't know that I would be able to pull it off at this point. Plus, I feel like I would get names mixed up. Like, I'm that asshole. I'm just saying. I don't want to be. I'm just saying. I'd be like, oh, Ted, this, that, and the other. And they'd look at me and they'd be like, I'm Craig. Can you imagine being in that moment? That would be horrible. It's bad enough that I forget, like, people's names at work, and I, like, do the thing where you, like, mumble their name, and they're like, do you not know my name? And then I'm like, I'm old. I barely remember where I live. Be nice to me. Oh my God. Sometimes I'm a horrible person. I'm a good person, but sometimes I'm a horrible person. Mm. Yeah. I think, and here's the other thing about this red light card, right? Like I said, you make the choices that best fit for you. God gives you options for a reason, and it's up to you to best decide for yourself. Okay? Can you ask God for guidance, your angels, your ancestors, your dearly departed loved ones, friends, family members? Of course you can. Of course you can. I think it's just important to realize that God is probably always going to have it where they see you with someone or in a certain situation, but it's up to you to choose what person you want to be with or what situation you want to be in. God can only, like, give you the options and possibly point you in the direction they want you to go in. But do you have to? You don't. Sometimes we're stubborn humans and we don't want to listen. Sometimes we're like, oh, but, John is really great, but Mike, he's a fixer-upper. I can make him into what I want to make him. He'll change. Knowing in the back of your mind, you've already been through a relationship like that, and people don't change unless they want to change. But you don't think about it in the moment, right? Because in the moment, you're like, he's going to change. He loves me. He wants to be with me. Let me say this. I never changed for anybody until I wanted to change for myself. How long have I been telling myself, okay, you need to exercise, you need to go for walks, you need to... There's the black kitty. Hi, black kitty. I don't know where the other babies are. I'm kind of sad because I haven't seen the kittens in a while. That's usually what happens. Probably like in another week or two, they'll show up and they'll be big. Anyway, what was I saying? I know I was saying something, and it was going to be important, I thought. I always get distracted by the cats, man. It's not fair. Talking about making the bad choice. Sometimes sometimes you make a choice for yourself knowing that some people stay in situations longer than they should. Some people see the signs and synchronicities and then they're like, no, it'll be fine. Like, it'll all even out. It'll be okay. I was going to say something and I totally forgot what it was. That damn cat distracted me. That beautiful cat. Anywho, with the red light card, you make your own decisions. You know, if it takes you down the wrong path, it takes you down the wrong path. Eventually, you're going to right yourself. Eventually, you're going to figure it out. You're going to right yourself, and you're going to go back, double back, and go down the path you were always supposed to go down. God knows that too. You know, if you're somebody that's very, how do I say this? I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just going to say it. If you're somebody that's very dependable, reliable, stable with your spirituality, your healing, like, God knows eventually you're going to right yourself. If you make a little mistake and you go in the wrong direction, you follow the wrong person, whatever the case may be, God knows eventually you're going to wake up and figure it out and you're going to right yourself. And that could be too what this crossroads and this red light is. You know, you choosing a path and it being the wrong path. And God's just like, this ain't for you, kid. Like, turn around and go back. And that's okay. I mean, how many times have I done that in my lifetime? Probably, 30. I don't know. Enough, right? Enough. I don't think it changes who we are. Strong, stable, happy people. Was it Shiny Happy People by REM? If you've never listened to it, maybe listen to it. It's a good song. Shiny Happy People by REM. If you've ever heard it, Losing My Religion by REM, it's on my playlist right now. I think it's usually always on my playlist. I'm not going to lie. I love that song. That and what's her name? Joan Osborne. If God Was One of Us. Is that the name of the song? One of Us. I think it's just One of Us. But in the song, she goes, If God Was One of Us. Listen to it. If you've never listened to it, Joan Osborne, One of Us, Shiny Happy People, Losing My Religion, REM. Shiny Happy People is not on my playlist. I'm pretty sure I have it like in my file effects of music on Apple, but it's not on my phone currently. But Losing My Religion is. God, the video for the Tarot Collective, I was talking about movies. This one, I'm talking about music. Yeah, and again, I just want to reiterate, if you make a misstep, and you go in the wrong direction, I know it's painful to hear this over and over and over again, but it's a learning experience. It's always going to be a learning experience. Positive, negative, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's always a learning experience. Always. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.